Good evening. I'm gonna take off my shoes, slippers. It's today Tuesday. Hope everybody's having a good Tuesday. It's starting to get warmer already, huh? I don't mind the cold, the cool and the cold. You know, from Chicago, I'm used to the cold. I didn't like, I started to grow out of it was the snow. And the snow is nice coming down. But what you don't hear is, oh yeah, it looks pretty coming down, but then 12 hours later, it's on the street, black slush, and it's not pretty all the time. And parking is bad, driving is a mess. But the cold, I don't mind. Hey Cheryl, hi Naya, hey Teresa. Had me some good coffee this morning. I did. Yeah, we'll give it a couple of minutes. I think I'm expecting some people in the chat. Something was brought to my attention that I should listen to something, so I went to listen. Oh boy. Hey Mireya, hi Crystal. J.A. is in the house. Hi Linda. Anaya, welcome. I don't anticipate this to be a very long. You know, I've had a few things on my mind that I've been dealing with, and I've been getting very little sleep, and when I have, it has not been good. So I've taken the last few evenings, a bunch of evenings, to try to get to bed at least be in bed at some kind of reasonable hour and actually get some sleep. And I found out how nice it is to sleep for 7 hours. It's pretty cool. It's amazing. Amazing. Stacy, hey there. Hi, Charlene. Everybody spring break over, or is it just starting for some of you? So good. So good, so good. Well, I guess I'll just get into it right now, because I don't want to be here all night. Don't plan to. But like I said, actually a couple of people reached out and said, you got to hear this crap. Like, all right. Well, not crap, but they said, you got to hear this. So one of the other pages is doing their almost, I guess, nightly show. I think they do it nightly. And yeah, I listen in sometimes. I do. I'm not going to lie. No shame in any of that. And somebody made an appearance and started um, wreaking havoc. Teresa, next week. Oh, okay. Hey, Roca. So they were discussing the situation with Vanessa and her, who was involved, and somebody was over there, and I heard this part. You know how the story, right? Vanessa believes that a certain number of people. She believes that the beating that she took Christmas Eve 2020, she's trying to tag it as organized crime, and she's blaming some people for putting it together and paying for it and conspiring, basically, right? And this is something she's been going hard at as of late and the last few years, pretty much. Those people, I don't know why everybody's afraid to say names all of a sudden, but it's John Allen is one, Frank Marr is another, and Ofelia Moreno. That somehow they conspired and paid money or pitched in or something or another to and this is something that we've talked about over and over and over again. And in spite of, and I guess it doesn't matter to some people. If everybody has an excuse or an alibi, I guess that means nothing. Some people think, well, they can still plan it and they can still pay for it. Like, yeah, I'm sure people have nothing better to do on Christmas Eve, Christmas time, than to do something like that. Nobody hates anybody that much where we need to silence somebody. Hey, Ariana. And for as much as somebody loves to be hated, everybody can say whatever they want, whenever they want, however they want. I really don't care. Freedom of speech is protected, so they can say whatever they want to say. But once you start getting into, and even if you start accusing people of something, okay, fine. Well, let's see the proof. Show me the proof. And there has been no proof. There is no proof. So the part that bothered me was someone on their panel, it came up, the question was those people who are in jail or arrested, I mean, did they plea bargain, or why didn't they name, if they're in jail, why didn't they name, and this is something we've talked about umpteen times. If they get busted and they're in jail, why wouldn't they out and snitch, or not even snitching? It's like, I'm not going to jail. If I get in trouble and somebody else was putting me up to it, I'm not staying quiet. If somebody put me up to it and I accepted money and the proposition was brought up to me, you're damn right I'm going to talk. Oh yeah, so-and-so paid me money. And I know that he had been talking to so-and-so too, and they got this bunch of money and they paid me to do this and do that and do this. And some of these people that got 10 years. Up to 10 years and over 10 years. That's not like, 90 days. That's like 10 years, right? So why wouldn't any of those people come forward and go, yep, if I'm going down, somebody else is going down with me. So-and-so paid me money for that. So-and-so paid me money for this. They told me to do this. They said this. We've been dealing with it for 3 months or for 2 weeks or whatever. None of that happened. People just went to jail. And of course, they had other charges. They are not in there solely for the beating of Vanessa. These people have a history of violence, and there are other charges involved and probations. So they're in there not because of Vanessa. What happened with Vanessa didn't help them, obviously. But they're not all in there doing their time only because of Vanessa. And I say again, and I ask again, the ladies or lady on that panel would have you believe that nobody came forward. Why? Because they plead. Like 10 years is a plea? Well, I suppose it could be. But, we go back to common sense, and everybody says, I support Vanessa, and I support Vanessa. I was like, okay, well, everybody's got a right to do whatever they want to do with whoever, and that's fine. But it gets to a point where some people keep feeding a delusion, and that's not helping that one person. You are not helping that person by letting this delusion continue and continue. At some point, it just needs to stop and go, hey, that's it. People have been ruled out. Period. Done. Investigation is over. That's it. What they were saying the last few years, well, common sense isn't so common anymore. Well, yeah. That applies to this as well. There were so many contradictions on her part, yet some people want to ignore it. She knew those people. She didn't know those people. She was friends with them. She was not friends. She said in a report, "Oh, I had no idea who they were. I never seen them before in my life." Paraphrasing, but I don't know who they were. Yet, in a different video, oh yeah, they were my ex's new girlfriend, and they didn't like me, and so there was an involvement. But on the other hand, oh, I don't know who they were. I said, which is it? So, my opinion, credibility is not there. This is a no-brainer. But why do people, you go, Vanessa, we support you. You're so strong. Should that have happened? No, of course not. It should not have happened. But, what is that? FAFO? You're going to fuck around with some situations, then you're going to find out what happens. And even a more old school way to say that was what everybody's mother told you. Well, you hang around with certain people, things are going to happen. FAFO is a simpler version of, well, you hang around with a certain crowd, things are going to catch up to you. You don't know what's going to happen. You know what's going to happen. And FAFO, fuck around and find out. Make that nice little compact, 4 letters. April 24th, I believe it's a harassment charge. I can double check on that, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Yeah, talk shit, get hit, that too, or whatever happened with that situation, which we will find out at some point, because certain people will be spoken to and will be asked when they become available. Because I already know that's what's going to happen. So But I think it's gotten to a point where someone like this is all you live for. This is all you've got. It's become a mission to continue this narrative or this story. And now that's just become a purpose in somebody's life. As delusional as it is, it's just become a just something to that something you look forward to wake up in the morning. Yeah, Teresa, you could be right. Their hate for John Allen and Ophelia is the reason why they're feeling her fire, and that's true. They don't necessarily really like and support Vanessa, but they hate Ophelia and John so much, and they don't even know. For one, they know why, and for one, they don't know why, but they just go along with it. And oh yeah, I'm gonna hate them because I don't like her, or I'm gonna hate them because I don't like him. Well, thank you, buddy. I didn't call for you. You're at the right spot, but
Thank you. Oh, poor you.
let me go back to the top here. Anyway, this is just complete nonsense, and that's the part that got me. Somebody was asked, well, why didn't if they knew if they were paid by somebody, why didn't these people who were facing a long time in jail come up and say, oh, wait a minute, you're going to cut my time down because I'm going to point to who gave me money. But that didn't happen. Why didn't that happen? Because none of that ever happened. It had nothing to do with that. It had nothing to do with him or her or him. Nothing. And that narrative, that lie is never going to die as long as people keep fueling her. Even they know, it probably didn't happen that way, but you go, girl, you go, you're strong. And something that John referred to, it's a story. It's a good story. Whether it's believable or not, a lot of people are so gullible they're going to believe anything. So would it make a good story for a book? Maybe. Don't know. Don't care. She turns it into the book, or some dumb company turns it into a movie, like a B movie. I don't care. Don't care. I wish no one ill will at all whatsoever. Like I said, I've never hated her. Never said I did. I still don't. Got no reason to. I just wish she would stop with the blaming of these people. And it's not true. Because so many times when she has said that, she follows it by, that's something I'll always believe. That's something I'll always believe. That's something I'll always believe. That has followed that phrase for so long. Oh, Tammy, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, that's rough. That's rough. So sorry for you. Hey, Cindy. Well, Cindy, your name got thrown in there too. Now you're one of the people that contributed to have her beaten. Somebody said that. Yeah. So I don't know if you consider yourself lucky, or what to be on that list, but I don't think anybody important said it, but it was said. Yeah. So. It's like we'll throw everybody in there, including the kitchen sink. And I know, when you wish for something, or you wish something had happened, or you wish something will happen, you really, really wishing, but you know what? It doesn't work that way. It's not going to make it true. And repeating it 50,000 times, 26 times in a month or more, 2 or 3 times a day, keep repeating it is not going to make it true. It's not going to make it true. At some point, peace of mind should rule everything. I'm done with this. I'd rather have peace of mind and go on about my life and try to do something good with my life, or to do something better, or change topics, make something that fulfills my life. But the need to be a victim constantly, that you look forward to it, is a problem. That's a problem when you can't get past that. And I'm not saying I get over it, but in a way, I get over it. After this long, you get over some aspects of it, and you face the reality that, I know I keep thinking these people were involved, but you know what? Maybe that's not the case. And I really, really believe she knows that wasn't the case. But she's got to drive that. She needs everybody to hate John Allen. She needs everybody to hate Ofelia Moreno. She needs everybody to hate Frank Marr. And even though they may have their own reasons why they want to dislike John, Frank, and Ofelia, but if you dislike somebody, then you dislike them. Don't dislike somebody just because everybody else is disliking them. Like, be yourself. Be your own person. Like who you like. Follow who you want to follow. Don't follow who you don't want to follow. But why jump on the bandwagon? Just because it's fun? I suppose. Whatever. That's the way of the world, especially down here. And by down here, I mean in South Texas. It's a way of life. And this is really, 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 really getting super old. I was talking to somebody else about this just the other day. I'm like, this is so played out. It's like beating a dead horse with another dead horse. This is like, oh, Trump colluded with the Russians. This is all just played out. And I said it before. I've already lost interest. The only thing remotely interesting is what's going on at court. What's happening with her legal battles, which we've known about for years, which she has kept everyone interested. What is going on with all these things in her life that she has kept everyone interested? Yet they complain, why is everybody bothering me? Why is everybody so obsessed with me? I'm like, well, you sucked everybody in. You told the planet how you are a victim. Then you rubbed it in and you rubbed it in. And well, now people are interested. Let's see what happens in court. What's going to happen in court? What really happened? And that's what people want to know. What up, Mike Knight? Hey, KK. Hey, Nadia. So, and am I taking a step back? Yeah, probably. Is it out of fear? Fuck no. I don't fear her or anybody. North or Raymondville PD or whoever. None of that. I don't care. But it gets to a point of boredom. Like I said, how often, and I know it's not the definition of insanity to keep repeating the same thing over and over again, but looking for a different result. Technically, that's not insanity. It's an insane act, but it's not the definition of insanity. But how many times can you go over the same crap over and over again and think something different's going to happen just because you're trying to will it to happen? It's not. Nothing's going to change. This is going nowhere, and slowly. Not fast. Slowly. It depends. Some things have been thrown out already. Some things have been settled. And it's just stupid. The Willisey County District Attorney's Office completely dropped the ball. So we're still waiting to hear on the appeal on that. Vanessa's attorney filed the motion to dismiss the case. And the case was dismissed. It was the district attorney filed a motion to appeal the dismissal. And recently, parties have started to present their side as to why it should be or why it shouldn't be appealed. And we're just waiting for the judge. What are we waiting for? I don't know. Why is it taking so long? I don't know. People still want to blame COVID for this stuff, from 4 years ago. People still want to blame COVID for these delays. Is it possible? I doubt it. It's just all this is ridiculous. Completely ridiculous. Yeah, she wasn't, well, she calls it a kidnapping. It's got to be the most dramatic story. So you've got to throw kidnapping in there. You got to throw terms like against my will, even though she went there voluntarily. How can you be kidnapped if you went there voluntarily? Oh, come to the motel room, whatever, and we'll talk to you there. Oh, okay, I'll be right there. And you go there and you come into the room. Well, that's not kidnapping. That's why all this stinks to high heaven. Hey, Kathy. So, but partaking in this, I was skimming through the videos for the month of March, and then I went to February, then I went to January, and then I went to December. I mean, literally skimming, just picking random spots, click, 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 click. And every segment was exactly the same as the one before. And and I know this, and I knew it when these episodes were happening, when she was going live, and I knew it. But I know that people want to see this, and people want to hear the craziness and the insanity or the weird things that happen and quirky things that happen when she does live. So I continued it. Is it for the money or the views? Man, you think I'm becoming a millionaire doing this? I wish. But no, that's not the case. Clout? I know somebody on another platform likes to call people out on clout, but believe me, there's no clout. Every time I mention the name, they're like, oh yeah, what the hell's going on with that one? It's like, so believe it, there's no clout chasing there, I promise you. Yet another delusion. So Will the truth ever come out? Yeah, it will. Of course, she will fight it and deny it. Cindy says, morbid curiosity. It is morbid curiosity. It is. And everybody's got a sense of morbid curiosity. You know, when you hear about a murder, everybody, oh, what happened? How did he die? How did she die? People want to know. And in something to feed that morbid sense of curiosity has been the internet. And then, you know, some platforms more than others, but you can see a lot of nasty stuff. You can see people taking lives and accidents, very gory accidents. And you can see all that stuff where it's like, you know, there used to be a time where you wouldn't like, oh, I don't want to see that. But now it's like, okay, click here to show a video, or click here to show the photo. Like, okay. That's what we've become. And you know what? And who cares? I'm just, and I find it funny to this day. I've always said, if you got proof on John, Ophelia, or Frank, if you got proof, clue me in. And you know what? I will say justice for Vanessa, which cracks me up, that phrase, because there's no justice to be had. The justice should be for everybody else that she's just persecuting. That's where the justice for John, justice for Ophelia, justice for Frank. That's where the justice should be. But why you're saying justice for Vanessa for something she's taken on herself, and she won't get past it or won't let it go. And I don't mean let go of what happened, but let go of trying to blame people that had nothing to do with it just because you don't like them. But you know what? She's too far deep into this where it's too late to turn around and undo the lie. Yeah. But, you know, that's one thing I don't understand. Because even though, you know, I don't have my own children, I've got stepchildren, right? Of course, they're adults now, but I got attached to them a long time ago. And I'll be damned if I would lose custody or let someone take, you know, custody or something like that without putting up a fight. It's like, how does that happen? How do you not fight for certain things? I mean, really, that's one of those. I don't know how do you say it. That's an unwritten rule in life. Where if you have kids, man, you will die to protect them or to keep them from, you know, something bad happening to them. And you got to change your fucking life if something is going wrong, and it is you. And if you can't see that it's you, well, then you need some counseling or you need some serious therapy. Because all this was about her. It was not about anybody else. All this, everything she's going through was all done to herself by herself. Not because of anybody else. Not because somebody did something. Not because somebody doesn't like her. Not because somebody wants to shut her voice. You made certain decisions. The minute you choose something or someone else over your kids, you're done. You're done. Because you will keep choosing, well, just one more time, or oh, just this guy, or one, you know, just I need some more of that. Just this time. And it just keeps going and just keeps going and just keeps going, and you lost. You need help. And from the sounds of it, still doesn't make a difference. And that is something that I will never understand. How you can just give up so fast or so easily. Ultimately, we know why, because it's when you're under the influence of something, well, then you got no control. And that's how strong and powerful those outside forces are. They can make you forget about your kids. They can make you forget about a lot of that stuff. But I would always fight. I would never freaking let go, ever, at all. So that's one thing I'll never understand. There are people that are built differently. I know a lot of you people are built differently as well. You got kids. I don't have to tell you what that feeling is like. Yeah, somebody said paternal instincts. Man, that's an understatement. Yes. Yeah, and to a certain extent, I would do the same for somebody else's kids or any kid on the street or at school. If I happen to be somewhere at the mall or at the store, at a restaurant, and there's a child in danger, yeah, I'm stepping in. I am. There's no arguing that. Some kids are getting abused or something is wrong, and something's wrong. Yes, I'm gonna be watching that. I'll be watching that. And there are people that are like that. And imagine how they are with their own. So anyway, the original comment that I heard and they didn't have an answer to was, well, why didn't they give up, whoever paid them to do that? And I just got a word salad kind of a response is what I remember. And that's because none of that happened. Because nobody paid anybody to do anything. This was all amongst them. That's why there couldn't be an answer to that. And there are a lot of people, and I don't know every single thing that happened. I don't. But there are some people who believe they know everything and they know exactly what happened. The only person that knows exactly what happened is Vanessa and those people that were in that room. Maybe the first police officer, second, the police officers that arrived to help. Maybe they know as well. That's who knows. And I know everybody likes to say, "Oh, I heard this. Oh, I heard this, and I heard that, and then I got this screenshot, and I got that screenshot." It's like screenshots aren't always anything. That doesn't mean anything. Those that know, and those that don't know like to pretend they know. Just he knows. He knows. He knows. When in reality, they don't. And it's getting to a point where, you know what? I don't want to know. I don't even care anymore. It's Well, Courtney, that was a thought for a long time. Well, at least for me, it was. I don't know about anybody else. It was a thought that she probably did it to herself. She's probably the one who paid somebody to do it because she's got to be a victim. She's got to be the victim. So she paid somebody. Here, I'm going to show up. You guys beat me up. Do a little of this, a little of that. And all that sounds good and great. The problem is, if that was true, nobody would have gone to jail. Because you think she would not point the finger at somebody she paid, to have that done to. And these people would not have gone to prison for her for no reason at all. Even if she paid, like I said, they would have said, wait a minute, hold on. I'm not going down alone if you're going to take me to prison. She paid me X amount of that would have happened, and it didn't. So I quickly got rid of that thought that she paid or she arranged for it to be done. She didn't. There was something going on between them. There was something going on between them. At some point, it will come out. From who? From one of the people in prison. Or somebody who's waiting to go to prison. Who needs to turn herself in, if that ever happens. But can't run forever. And at some point, the long arm of the law is going to catch up to you. Always does. So at some point, the dirty truth will come out to what happened that morning. Then what's going to happen? Then how will the story be spun around? Yeah, that's KK. I'm telling you, somebody paid me to do something. I'm not going down by myself. Forget that. Nope. Give me a notepad. Give me a pen and a pencil, and I'm gonna write all the shit down for you. That's what's gonna happen. Papa Smurf OG. Yeah. So all this is just big distraction. She will continue to be how she is. Just a complete waste of time. Yeah, Donna. She's not above the law. She's justice for VST. Yeah, Yeah, right. Right, Christian Grey Cat. You keep telling yourself that. Knock yourself out. I'm guessing you have no idea what you're talking about.
Your love is what I need.
Anybody watch this? Let's change the subject a little bit. I think it's called the case of it's on Netflix about Karen Reed. Trying to find the actual name of it. Oh, is it Netflix or is it Max? It might be on Max. So this lady had a boyfriend who was a police officer. They get into some argument or some drunken fueled argument or something. Next thing you know, he's dead in the snow. There's thought that she ran him over with her car or hit him with the car. And he's a police officer, so all of a sudden the police force is on his side, trying to put her away. She's claiming innocence. Mostly she doesn't know what happened, she says. It's actually, it's if you don't know it, it's pretty good. I think it's on Max. It's funny because people, when she goes to court, when they show her court appearances, she got the haters on one side and her fans on the other side. And justice for Karen and free Karen Reed. And she does come off a little arrogant. And that could be why people don't like her, perhaps. Kind of like that Disney actress. What's her name? Rachel something. Zegler. Ugh, get me started on that. You want to talk about that? We can talk about that too. Karen Reed. If you're gonna watch it, I'm not gonna tell you what happened to the court case, unless you know already. Won't spoil it for anybody. Um, but I don't think it's over yet. The series is just one season right now. You could binge watch it probably tonight. And there's a lot of shady stuff. It looks like PD maybe were trying to show her in a bad light, kind of to set her up possibly, because he was a police officer. So, you know, the brotherhood, right? I'll let you watch it. You decide after that. Is anybody going to go see that live action recreation of Snow White? And you can say it. I'm not going to ridicule you. If you are going to watch it or if you want to, it's okay. You can say it. Hey, Helen. Oh, it's on ID channel? Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, but I think there's a good documentary. It's a series. I think it's Max. Yeah, it's called A Body in the Snow: The Trial of Karen Reed, or Red. I don't know how you say her last name. I don't recall them saying it. Read. It's called A Body in the Snow. I want to see the new Final Destination. Yeah, I heard that's supposed to be pretty decent as well. Let me pop some comments up here. I'm seriously torn on this one because my own history with Leo, but I've tried to stay unbiased. And I get that. I got a lot of PD friends in Chicago, and I gotta say, I almost... Why did that happen? Almost faithfully, would loyally, blindly support them. But if there's something shady, I get it. Nope, because he said nope. I'm not gonna see it. Courtney Ray, nope. She's far from Snow White. Catherine, only because my granddaughter wants to see it. Heard it's pretty woke. Yeah, and then some. That chick, Rachel Zegler. The only thing she's got going for her, from what I understand, is that she can sing. Apparently, she's the same one that was in that new remake of the West Side Story. And I'm telling you, Hollywood, Disney included, needs to hire fresh talent. They need to come up with new original stories, new original movies, new original screenplays. Come up with something original instead of remake. And let's remake. And then they really need to pick their actors and then train them. How do you deal with the media? Why? Because just like companies you guys all may work for, I'm sure they don't want you going out there talking about the movie. Oh yeah, this company used to suck real bad. We had a shitty policy before, and now we're working on it. We're going to show things that are different now. No. It's like, no. There was no training how to talk to the media, or no training on, okay, if you feel that way, well, you know what, keep it to yourself. Better that you don't talk to the press. So it still made millions, but it's way far below its expectations. And I don't even know what they really, really, truly expected. Um, I think it made the first weekend like 45 million or something like that. And yeah, I would never watch it anyway because I don't watch kid movies. Movie stories for kids. It's just not my thing. And I'm big on not watching remakes. Don't make a remake of something. Some things are good. Okay, fine, I get it. Some things have turned out okay. I can't think of any at the top of my head right now. If somebody wants to throw one out there, I'll gladly agree with you or not. Um, but at this point, they've made too many remakes already. It's like, why can't people come up with something original? Who comes up with good stuff? Clint Eastwood. He's made some great movies lately. I mean, the last 10 or 15 years. He's done a lot of good stuff. Another movie I heard that was flopping was this Robert De Niro another mob film, which is called ALTO Nights, KN Nights with a K, Nights. And I to some extent, I think mob movies right now are kind of need to take a rest. I mean, you all know I love Godfather series, Goodfellas, Casino, The Irishman, um, even stuff like Analyze This. It's funny, but it's about the mob. A Bronx Tale, Untouchables, Black Mass. Stuff like that. All those have been great, and there's more I haven't even named. And they're good, and they're great. I just think so. The weird thing about this Robert De Niro mobster movie is that he plays two parts, two different characters, and a lot of times they're in the same scene together. And it's more of that CGI where they age him or make him younger or whatever. But I saw a clip, and the voice sounds the same on both guys. I mean, we know it's him, but you think they would try to modify his voice on the other character so that he's playing. And I don't know that I want to see that either. So that's another guy who's woke. He's in that Netflix series, what they call 0 Day, I think it's called. Have you seen this? Zero Day, I think that's what it's called. Where I think is he the president or vice president, something like that. I lost track. Just another storyline where I took it as that's what he would like to see in the White House. I like he took that opportunity to see that. Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna, if you want to do, sorry, I like my music. If you like Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, but like you want to kind of go on that theme, but don't remake it. Just call it something else, and like maybe after Snow White, or what they did for a while, Snow White redo, or part 2, or Snow White the Afterworld or something. And then they pissed off all those Little People actors because they were going to use them, but then they just said, "Nah, we're going to use animation instead." Anyway, I think Disney is making some very bad decisions. I don't know who's leading that company, but yeah, got to step it up. Or, I mean, you're going to lose more Disney people. Disney fans, I mean. No one else wants to work with him. That's true. I wonder if that's why he's playing both characters, because nobody wants to play him. Oh, Tammy, I collect Snow White figures. I don't want to see. I don't want to see the new movie. And not only that, but the original Snow White animation saved Disney. Yeah, yeah. And when I was a kid, I enjoyed it. You know, there was a documentary on it. That's it, Peter Dinklage, which I think he's a good actor. I do, but come on, man, you are what you are, right? He wants to stereotype. You know, he was against the stereotyping, but like, what are you gonna do? Why just go with it instead? You know, out of a job. See, you said the M word, KK. You can't say that word. You can't say that word. You're gonna offend people. You cannot say the M word. You cannot say the M word. Mirror, mirror. Never heard of it. I haven't seen Julia Roberts since. I don't know which one was last. Ocean's 11, the Mexican, or the movie where she's a lawyer or a lawyer assistant, where she fights the company contaminating the water. Aaron Brockovich. I know she did some other stuff. Didn't she do? No, that was Sandra Bullock. See, but she's in a position where you can pick and choose what movies to do. You don't have to do every single movie on the planet and make 2 or 3 movies a year. You don't have to do that. Some people know better, and they know, I'm going to sit this one out. But that's what Disney should have done with the remake of Snow White. And if they wanted to remake it, get somebody else besides Rachel Zegler. The chick will not shut the hell up. We get it. You're woke. Understood. But don't tank and badmouth the company that's paying you a ridiculous salary. Yet, she continues. I don't know how recent that interview. There was that one video she did where she's saying that. You know what? I'm gonna find it. Un momento, por favor. Oh yeah, Gal Gadot's in it too. But I don't even know if. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. If you haven't seen this, wait till you hear this. Sounds like somebody we know. My goodness. It's embarrassing to listen to this. You ready for this? Wait till you hear this one. If you haven't seen this, wait till you hear this.
And to everyone who hates when I win, the winged victory came to the Louvre in pieces, and people still line up to see her. And I can only hope that despite my flaws, and despite my cracks and my breaks, and there are many of them, that at every premiere and everything I do, people will wait in line to see. And to everyone who hates when I win, the winged victory came to the Louvre in pieces, and people still line up to see her. And I can only hope that despite my flaws and despite my cracks and my breaks, and there are many of them, that at every premiere and everything I do, people will wait in line to see.
And all I gotta say is, Olivia, take it away.
Oh, poor you.
How embarrassing is that? How cringe is that? Don't tell me that wasn't cringe. You know, and it's too bad because on a certain level, all right, she's cute. You know, she's got an 8 head, not a 4 head. She's got an 8 head. She got a big head, and maybe that's why she is how she is. She's very arrogant. She's really annoying. She's any movie company's worst nightmare. Because you know how most of the time they say, well, any publicity is good publicity, right? And I think that's what Disney thought about Snow White. Well, she's being controversial. People are going to come out and see the movie because they want to see. But guess what? That didn't happen. People don't like her. I think maybe the hardcore people that love Disney, no matter what, and certain small percentage of woke people are the ones that went to go see the movie. And it's just been tanking and tanking, and it's going to tank. Disaster for them. Huge disaster. Yeah, almost as cringy as Selena's crying. Selena Gomez. Her crying, oh God. Ugh. That was embarrassing. That was really embarrassing. That was it's like one of those things like, oh, why are you doing that? Stop. Like, I don't want to see this. Like that was really bad. But that was much worse than AOC's, where she's over there at the border with her white shirt, white pants, and she's crying like this. Remember? Yeah. The Selena Gomez crying was definitely one of the worst of 2024. That's for sure. Oh, there's a Cujo movie? No, I haven't heard about that one. Yeah, I know. I have, to me, Rachel Zegler's fake. Not impressed. Vanessa Jr. Not enough people hate me. I need more people to hate me. And then, okay, so I forgot that she was in that movie, West Side Story. What I want to know is, does Rachel Zegler even speak Spanish? And I know they cast people even though they don't know the language. Like West Side Story, Natalie Wood didn't know Spanish. The other dude either. And the guy who played the Puerto Rican dude, I forgot his name. In the story, Rita Moreno's boyfriend, who looked Hispanic because they spray tanned him. That guy didn't even know Spanish. I think the only one that knew Spanish there was Rita Moreno and some of the dancers. But that's the Hollywood thing, you know. It was a different time back then. And Rachel Zegler is Colombian. I'm just reading it here. Her mother is Colombian. Her maternal grandmother immigrated from Barranquilla, Colombia, to the States in the 60s. Her father is a Polak. Sorry, I'm from Chicago, and that's how we talk. He's Polish. He's Polish. Okay. Due to her ethnicity, Zegler faced racial discrimination as a child. What? What racial what as a child? How old is Renee Zegler? Something smells fishy. Something smells very, very fishy. Rachel Zegler, here we go. Okay, she's 23 years old. So as a child, what, 10 years ago? She faced racism in 2015. Early life, let me see. Let's see. Rachel Ann Zegler, born in Hackensack, New Jersey. So she spoke perfect English. She was named after the fictional character Rachel Green from the TV series Friends. Okay, I guess. She has an older sister, Jacqueline. Her mother is Colombian. She grew up in Clifton, New Jersey during her childhood. She says she faced racial discrimination on social media due to her mixed ethnicity. I say that's a crock of crap. I say that's a load of crap. Start the victimhood. She faced racial discrimination as a kid. And she made it a point to point that out.
Oh, poor you.
From what I understand, she went to a really good school. It was then that she decided she wanted to be an actress. Oh, you don't say. You don't say. So she started taking voice and acting lessons. She attended. Oh, see, that's what this is. How you know? This is what she says. Oh, God. This just makes me ill. She attended the Immaculate Conception High School. Does that sound like a private school to you? Where she began her career starring in several musicals, playing Belle in Beauty and the Beast, Ariel in The Little Mermaid. This is 2016 and 2017. Dorothy Brock in 42nd Street, and Princess Fiona in Shrek, the musical, 2019. Why do people feel the need? Yeah, we're going to close to wrapping this up for tonight. Yeah, I'm going to wrap it up with this. Why do people feel the need to be a victim to try to get ahead? Like, is that appealing? Oh, me play the victim. People will feel sorry for me. And they'll give me things because they feel sorry for me. Is that how that works? As opposed to just struggling through life, trying to do your best, trying to get ahead. You get help here and there, but you do your best. You keep to yourself. Put your head down and move forward into the wind, or keep your chin up as you're walking through diversity? Why does everything have to be, oh, that was abuse, that was abuse? They were racist against me. They were racist. They discriminated against me. Oh, please give me that Disney part, please. Not that I had any respect for her, although I know she can sing. But, yeah, no. Whatever was there of respect, it's gone now. All we need is a planet of Vanessas going around claiming to be victims for everything. Sheesh. Whoa, is me right. I'm one of number 13, no time to be victim, right? You have a busy life. If you know, I'm knowing the way she is now, I'm talking about Rachel Zegler. I bet, just a hunch, I bet she pissed a lot of people off with her conceited attitude. And I bet that's why maybe people didn't like her. I'm just throwing that out there. That's my educated guess. But she's really annoying, very condescending, very uppity. And yeah, not a fan. Not a fan. All right, I'm going to call it a night there. I just had to say that about what I heard on the broadcast earlier. If you missed it, feel free to catch the replay. It's not real long. And then I'm looking, I mean, I've got a list of, right now, 2 items on my list, videos I want to react to. Stuff that's on YouTube and just, what do you call these? Current events, social situations, things that I want to react to, watch videos, and we can have fun with that stuff. Because there's a lot more to life than a particular victim. Good night, everybody. I got a important thing going on at 11:30 tomorrow, so you go, Manny, you go. Just throw me a little good juju. And I will see you guys tomorrow afternoon, most likely. Somebody was teasing me that we might have Bam tomorrow. I'm trying to commit to a time. But I might bring Bam on tomorrow. If we can make this time work, we'll jump on and talk shit about something or someone or a lot of things. You guys have a great night. Thanks for being here Tuesday night. Have a happy hump day morning, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Es la leva. Del norte te traigo fiesta cuando la leva llega. Sírvele un vasito de tequila con fresca. Esto no va a parar hasta que amanezca. La leva pone el sazón y el dainer hace la mezcla. La party era en Coahuila y ahora estoy en el centro. Estaba bailando cumbia y ahora un bellaqueo. No me retiré, solo es un nuevo comienzo. No es mi culpa que todo lo que hago me salga perfecto. Póngase lentes si le afecta el brillo. Se sienten muy canes si les falta colmillo. Muchos andan detrás pero no me humillo. Por ahí se dice que me sobra barrio y me faltan tornillos. Navego con porte de Elvira, pero mente de Tony Montana.
Vamos a romper la pista. Vamos a romper la pista.
¿Quieren flow? Yo tengo flow. I can't go to bitch. Quieren fuego, yo le soy fuego. Le meto el juego y evito que miren feo. Como sacate, solo tira, ronroneo. Siempre la uno, dime quién lleva el trofeo. Llegamos a la disco, el lugar está encendido. El calor lo paso yo, pero dale mami que lo bate todo. Tu culo rompe altito, esto pa' los gatitos. Oh, oh, mi fuleteo pide del ático. Ese muñeco viene del Ártico. Ya lo derrito, tapa el delito. Y este voz, el más bendito, tremendo flow.
SCAR, bandida de mil amores. A lo quien llama, lo siento baby, ando muy ocupada. Y como se ven las cosas, también lo estaré mañana. Ya sabes que soy bandida, ya sabes que soy villana. Pero te gusta lo malo, por eso no dices nada. Nunca había bebido así, no sentí culpa. De nada me arrepentí, me anda llamando. Ya sabe que estoy aquí, siempre al mando. Nacimos para dirigir, me volví la reina del party. Fumando plumas de colores que todos saben a candy. Bailando a ritmo de daddy, sacando el lado más malvado, pero prefieres los yo sé que tú quieres, aunque solo andes viendo bandidos. Y por mí bajarías todos los cielos y no muerdo. No te me vayas tan lejos, solamente es esta noche, no te tomes nada en serio.
Vamos a romper la pista. Vamos a romper la pista.
Cori, que lo que. El party se prende cuando llego yo. Todas mis gatas en pose. Tu gatito me vio y se enamoró, pero yo evito el roce. Si vamos pa' la fiesta es porque canto yo. Y después de las 12 me voy pa' la after y todo se encendió. Haga que no me conoce. Tu gata se pone friki. Salgo a la calle sí pa' prender la city. Bebé, yo sé que me veo Ricky. Ey, me dice hello pero yo no soy su kitty. Salimos a la disco con el flow de friquitona. Bebé, yo soy la gata más durita de la zona. Tengo unos gatos que si yo lo ordenacionan. Ey, si no soporta ahí, ¿por qué me menciona?
Shadaisha. Ay, ay, qué dolor de cabeza. Y es que ya me tomé unas cervezas. Trago más trago y me aloqué en la mesa. Dejé toda la casa como un rompecabezas. Me dijeron que me vieron con un toque y que casi les provoco todo un choque. No te compares, bebé, no te equivoques. Que no hay alguien a quien no provoque. En esta vida loca lo aguantaría cualquiera. Shots en la barra, fiesta hasta que me muera. Brindemos con copas, la noche comienza. El ritmo en el aire, olvidamos las penas.
Paul Lewin, baby. Tu güera like a fab. Real G. Hoy yo siento que el viento me dice que después de esto está la habitación. Yo me meto tomando tequila, ellos chilling, amigas sonriendo tú y yo. Y no entiendo por qué vamos lentos si la noche es corta. Yo me siento fresh, una party en un tiroteo. ¿Cuál es el pedo, mi amor? Dale flex. Baby, lo siento, solo quiero dinero. No entiendes un juego. Yo soy tu mami, fuego. Mami, lista, toda una artista, lo de revista. Papi, no insistas. Eso. Me escucha llegar al party y pide 2 tragos más. Con mucha modestia o así dice, no te vi jamás. Me quité la capucha y casi salgo por parar, pero mi ducha exige una mami que no le tema al fire. Y ella es sobrenatural, se ve que le gusta el peligro. Pregunta si esto es real y yo respondo es un milagro. Busca mi lado animal por más de una noche conmigo. Me ve como un criminal susurrando. Quiero testigos. ¿Qué te digo? Dejo a sus amigos porque me prefiere. Y yo nunca la denigro, sé tratar a las mujeres. Me baila perra al antiguo, sabe cómo dar placeres. Mientras descubre su ombligo y pide que haga los deberes. Que la encuero, la cuere, no importa que pase primero. Y que desde hace unos ayeres que quiere probar mi cuero. Ese culo me da poderes, tesoro en el cochinero. Ni siquiera sé quién eres y ya siento que te quiero. Te quiero. Una noche que que dure hasta que el rap caduque. Si es que antes no muero.
Te requiero, quiero.
Que ponches de lo que consumes para que me apure a hacerte lo que quiero.
Que te quiero.
Una noche